يستفتونك قل الله يفتيكم في الكلالة إن امرؤ هلك ليس له ولد وله أخت فلها نصف ما ترك وهو يرثها إن لم يكن لها ولد فإن كانت اثنتين فلهما الثلثان مما ترك إن كانوا إخوة رجالا ونساء فللذكر مثل حظ الأنثيين يبين الله لكم أن تضلوا والله بكل شيء عليم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه. We give thanks to Allah. We ask His blessing on the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his household companions and all Muslims. Inshallah, we are taking today the explanation of the hadith of Ibn Abbas. The hadith we told us that with those three verses, the ayatul mawarith that we mentioned, that verse 11 of Nisa, verse 12 and verse 176. So they are, we tell us that those three verses and this hadith, they are the umdatul ahkam of ilm al-mawarith. So this verse, those verses and this hadith, we are taking them. So we are taking the hadith first. After the hadith, we will now move to those verses of the Quran. We'll treat those three verses. So all this is to make the student to really understand who are the narrators. As the beauty of Islam is that a deceased or a testator before his death cannot decide those who inherit from his estate. It is defined by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do you understand? So it's a divine statement. Allah chose those who will inherit. You don't have choice. You can't just say, okay, I want to write my will and start sharing things to anybody who wants dogs, cats, and so on and so forth that we see in the Western practice. Islam does not permit such. Everybody that will inherit from you, they are based on evidence. Your estate, the way it is going to be distributed is based on evidence. It's not at your own will. So you can't just share them perfunctorily. They must be shared as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordained, as the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has guided us concerning it. So let's look at this hadith. Is one of the key hadiths of learning Islamic inheritance, because a lot of things are derived from this. So the hadith goes thus: from Ibn Abbas said, and Ibn Abbas call Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Al-Hikul Fara'ida bi ahliha, give the shares to those who are entitled to it. Fama baqiya, whatever now remains. Fawal awla rajulin dhakarin. So whatever now remains, we go to the nearest male. Let's take the hadith again. It said from Ibn Abbas, Qala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Al-Hikul Fara'ida bi ahliha, give the shares to those who worth it. Famubakia, what now remains, Fawal Awla Rojulin Zakarin, it will go to the nearest male here. Now let's look at what we meant here. Now, what somebody says, give the shares, what now remains? You have told us to give shares now. So with anything remain? So what we meant there, when the shurah, what they meant, those who explain the hadith means al-hikul farahida. So it will give the fraction, the share, the fractions that Quran mentioned. Quran mentioned 1/2, Quran mentioned 1/4, Quran mentioned 1/6, Quran mentioned 2 over 3, Quran mentioned 1 over 3, Quran mentioned 1 over 6. So all this here, the Quran says you should. So this is what prophet meant here, but those fractions, that's what we share first. That's what the prophet is saying. So those who Quran say they are, we call them the quota heads as habal forward. You give them their share first. So what now remain that there will always be a remainder, of course, at times, why sometimes it may not. But when there's a remainder, for aula rajulin zakari, that remainder that remain when you are giving shares, the fraction share to those who will get it. So the remainder will go to the nearest male hair. Now, how do you now know the nearest male hair? You understand that when we start this truth. So from this we can deduce from this hadith that said inheritors are divided into ashabul furud, those with prescribed shares, or we call them quota hairs, and al-aswabat, those that we call them the residuary hairs. In some translations to English, they call them what would I call them? They call them agnate hairs. No problem. That's not we should just understand what we meant. So the ashabul furud are those that the Quran will give this person half, give this person one quarter. That the Quran mention fraction with respect to their shares. So we call them ashabul furud. And what that is what the prophet meant here by al-hikul faraida bi aliya, give those share to them. So we start in inheritance sharing with them. So farm or back here, whatever now remains after we have shared the fraction, it will go to the what? It will go to the those people we call al asobat. Do you understand? The residuary heirs. You can see that this is a miracle. Allah Akbar. If somebody is to inherit is among the asobat, for instance, you is the person for instance, let's say a son. The son does not have any does not have any prescribed share, and no matter the number of people that are sharing, he will surely the Allah place it. Allah Akbar, what a miracle. Allah places it in a way that if it's available, it does not have a fractional share, he will still get a share. Not just share, if he's alone, you get the lion's share. Yet is not among the ashabul furud. A counterpart of a female will get half, but when he arrives, it will affect everybody and he will get his own distance. And because it's the nearest male heir, they can't say it can never happen in any inheritance case, any case that the son is not available. So those who are ashabul furud, like mother, father, sometimes and they said what's it called? Anybody now, and they now get fraction share, the son could not get anything. Allah made it not to be possible. Allah Akbar. Allah made it not to be possible. So Islamic inheritance is a miracle, wallahi. Somebody should even, that alone, if you ponder over it, it's enough for you to learn, wallahi, to learn Islamic inheritance. Because it's so striking. Now, let's now look at some things here also. The hikmah of the eloquence of our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So he said, فَهُوَ لِأَوْلَى رَجُلٍ ذَكَرٍ, it go to the nearest meal. Imagine if the prophet stop here, because somebody who is concerned with Arabic will have been that why can't the prophet stop at فَهُوَ لِأَوْلَى رَجُلٍ and the prophet stop there? Why can't the prophet stop there? Because rajulin shebi is still a male, but prophet still mentions zakar. Yes, because if the prophet have stopped at rajulin, perhaps there will have been ikhtilaf today, and the ikhtilaf will have been that anybody that is the son of the deceased but have not reached maturity, the person will not inherit. Do we understand the meaning? So anybody who is young, son of the deceased, nearest male heir but is of young age, the person will not inherit. Like the time of Jahiliyyah, that those who can inherit, that's those who are matured and have gone to war. Or you do get now. So the prophets make this road Zakarin is what saved the Ummah from Ikhtilaf. The prophet said Zakarin. So it's make everybody to know that any male, either young, old, or even still in the womb, even still in the what? In the womb of the mother, he also have a chance to inherit. Allah Akbar. So that is the hikmah behind the zakari. It's to clear any ambiguity. But if the rajul, they say rajul now, a man, not a child. Because it's rajulun that is mentioned, so it can bring a ikhtilaf among the scholars. Now see they so because Islamic inheritance is one of those fiqh faith that have little, very little in a what very little words ikhtilaf, very, very scarce. So because Allah's and the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. They gave us this rule explicitly. Alhamdulillah. So let's go, let's continue. So we have Ashabul Furu, those with fractional shares, and so we also have Al-Asobat, those who what who will take the remainder when we have given the Ashabul Furud. Now we now want to move to the next this thing we are looking at here. And what do we have? We have it says that the following are the ranking of the closeness of the heirs to the deceased based on the Hanafiya Mazhab. Do we get? Now, what do we mean by this statement? Why do we bring this up? If you look at something, if somebody look at the hadith we have mentioned, the Prophet said, give the fractional share to those who worth it. Whatever now remains, go to the nearest male heir. Now, how will we know what is the ma'yar, what is the criteria to know that this person is the nearest male heir? For instance, we have a son, we have father, the father too is a male, we have son, we have uncle, we have father, we have siblings who are brothers to the deceased. All these are male. So, what is the criteria to know who is the nearest? So, there's a criteria that is bring down by the scholars. Do we understand? Now, the one we are now using using is going to be the type of the Hanafiya because it's the simplest for somebody who wants to come and learn inheritance. This is the simplest way. We don't want to start with ikhtilaf. Do we understand? So we told us that ikhtilaf is not much in Islamic inheritance, but there are some few cases, just minute, that is not really every time it even do occur. Do we get now? So the simplest is the Hanafiya, and it's go a long way to help somebody who just up and coming in learning Islamic inheritance. So the nearest male heir is in the is is this is the sonship what is from the sonship direction. Why did I say sonship? I did not say son. The nearest male heir is what? Male inheriting descendants. That's what we meant. Male inheriting descendants. That's what we meant by sonship, meaning that the nearest male heir is son. If the son is not available, son, son. If the son is not available, son, son, son. If the son is not available, son, 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 son. If that is not available, we look at son, 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 son. Do we understand now? So if the all these descending this thing are available, they will get the remainder because they are the nearest male heir to the deceased. So the sonship is the nearest in rating with respect to what's closeness to the deceased. So that is that. So the nearest, the second in ranking is what is fatherhood. Is fatherhood. Do we understand now? So this sonship we call it bono watun. So fatherhood we call it obo watun. So that is fatherhood. So we go to the direction of of father. So the father will be the nearest male if any of the male inheriting descendants is not available. So the closest to the deceased will be from the fatherhood direction. So that will be the father. Do we understand? If the father is not available, is the father's father of the deceased available? So we get, if that is not available, we check what? Father's father of the deceased. You can see we are not mentioning grandfather carelessly, but can confuse you because you can have grandfather can be from the mother side. So that way now using freely grandfather. Do you understand that? That's why we are emphasizing on father, father. There will not be a female in between it. Cannot say father, mother, father. It no, it's not among those that can inherit. Do you understand now? So we have father, father's father. If that is not available, look at father's father. Do you understand? So that will be the closest male relative in the second ranking. So let's look at the third in ranking in closeness to the deceased. We have the what? The full brother. Do we guess now? That's the brother that the deceased share this both parents with. So we have paternal brother, just same father with the deceased. So we move to what? Son of the full brother. If the son of the full brother is not available, we move to what? Son of the paternal brother. So if that is not available, we move to son of the full brother. If that's not available, we move to son of the paternal brother. Do we understand? That's how we continue to alternate. Do we get now? So the brotherhood again. So full brother is here available, we will take what remains. And any other person down the ranking will not get anything. So if the full brother is not there, we move towards the paternal brother. Do you understand? Now, if the paternal brother is not available, we move. Does the deceased have son of the full brother? Is he available? If no, no, we go to son of the paternal brother. If that is not available, we move to son of the full brother. If that is not available, son of the paternal brother. If that is not available, son of the full brother. If that is not available, son of the paternal brother. So that is that. So if we could not find anybody in the direction of the brotherhood, then we move to the next, and that is uncleship. Do we understand? So we call this third one brother, we call it Ohuwa. So we move to what? Umuma, Umumatun. So do we get now? So we have full uncle. So if the full uncle is not available, okay, does the deceased have a paternal uncle? If not, we say does the full uncle have a son? If not, does the full have son of the paternal uncle? If we can't get that, then son of the full uncle, is it available? No, okay, son of the paternal uncle. So you can see why we are saying that if deceased have a son, we will not be stressed. All this we don't need them again because it's have a son, so all of them they don't have any chance to inherit. Do we understand? But when this does not have a son, we start asking question. Do we understand now? So that is that. So let's move on. We don't have so I think we have cleared on that. So nobody from the uncleship, then we move to emancipation. This may not really people is not really common in our time. No slavery anymore. So if somebody liberated a slave, I think we have taken that lecture, then you get someone who has liberated a slave. Now the ex-slave died before the emancipator. The emancipator, what we inherit. So we have male emancipator, or the emancipator can be a female too. So that this is the only exception to the closest male relative. So a female too can be, if the female is an emancipator. That's the only exception. We understand. So if we could not find male emancipator, or perhaps the deceased, the person who liberated her, him or her is a female, okay. So we now move to what we now look at emancipation in the pattern of kinship, meaning that the emancipator does he have a son? No son. Okay, son. Okay, son. So that is sonship of emancipation. Then fatherhood, father of the emancipator, is he available to take the this thing of the ex-slave? No, none. Okay, father's father, then we move to brother, like the way we have arranged here. So do we get now? So when the son is there, the father will still inherit because we, as you told us, fatherhood is this thing, but the father will not inherit fully. It can't be the closest male relative. He will resort to taking a fractional share because I think we have discussed that. We still discuss it again on the inheritance of the father, but father will always inherit because it's a basic head you get now. So, but all others from these three, four downward, if the son is there, they cannot inherit. If the father is available, everybody from this 3.3 downward, they can also not what? They can also not inherit. So quickly, let's go. Let's take some this thing we have here. So we have cases here. Now we have an inheritance case involving father. The deceased died and left behind father, mother, full brother, paternal brother. So the mother is taking 1/6. Oh, mistake here. Okay, no, there's no mistake. Sorry. So the mother is taking 1/6. Why is the mother? The mother is among the ashabul furud, those with fractional shares. So the mother is taking 1/6. Why is she taking 1/6? Because we have multiplicity of words of the brothers. So because Allah said when kana lahu ikhwatun fal ummuhu sudus, when they have more than one brother, plural start from two. In this time when we get to tafsir, we discuss that. So we have more than one brother, so the mother will not take is a 1/3, she is going to take 1/6. She's excluded partially. That's why she's taking 1/6. So we are giving the mother a share first. Why? Because she's as able for following the instruction of the prophet that said, Al-Hikul Fara'ido bi Aliyah. Give the fractional, the people of fractional shares, give them their share first. So that's why we are giving the mother 1/6 here. So all these brothers, they will not inherit, they will not take anything. Why? Because they are lower in ranking with respect to the closest male to the deceased. So they are excluded, they are blocked. That way we put B, that they are not getting anything. So the remainder will go to the father. Why? Because he's the closest male to the deceased. Do we understand now? So that's why we put R here. Do we understand? I did not put 5/6. We don't write it that way. Inheritance is remainder we put because we are following Hadith. It, Hadith come first before mathematics. So we are following instruction. So R. So now what is the this thing? We have 6, 1/6. So we put 6 here. That is our Aslul Mas'ala is your LCM, and this is the only fraction you have. So that's why we put 6 here. Now this 1/6 you multiply it with this 6. So that's the mother have 1 and the father will take the remainder. So 6 minus 1, we have 5. So what does that mean? That means the mother will get 1 over this 6 times the worth of the estate deceased have left behind. The father will get 5/6 times the worth of the estate. Let's say the deceased left $60. So that will be 1/6 times $60. So the mother will get $10. So the father will get 5/6 times 60. That will be what? $50. So that is that. So let's look at another inheritance case. A deceased died leaving behind wife, grandmother, do we guess now, and a grandfather. Do you understand? And son. So these are inheriting grandmother and grandfathers. Now the wife, who are we going to start with? We are going to start with those with fractional shares. Do we understand? And this is the wife. She's taking 1/8. Why? Because there's a male inheriting descendant. You still get to know more in consequent classes. So that's why the wife is getting 1/8. Now the grandmother is getting 1/6. Why? Because we told us that all inheritances grandmother will get 1/6. Moreover, this is the son here, so get 1/6. But in all inheritance case, grandmother gets 1/6. So the grandfather gets 1/6 because there's a male inheriting descendants. So all of them will be affected, excluded partially. So that's why they are getting this 1/8, 1/6, 1/6. So what is the LCM? The LCM here will be the Aslul Mas'ala. So we have 24. The LCM of this 6, 6 and 8 is 24. So 1/8 times 24, we have 3. 1/6 times 24, we have 4. 1/6 times 24, we have 4. So this is 4 plus 4 plus 3. That will give us what? 11. So subtract that 11 from 24. That's how we got 13. So the share of the deceased, let's say it is, okay, the share of this, that means the wife will get 3/24 of that share. The grandmother will get 4/24 of that share. The grandfather will get 4/24 of that share, while the son will get 13/24 of the share. So that is that. So the son is the closest male here. That I got the remainder here. Do we get now? So quickly, let's move. Let's take this. We have mother, daughter, and paternal uncle. Do we understand now? So let's identify the ashabul furud, those with fractional share. Mother is one of those with fractional share. Daughter is one of those with fractional share, because that's what the Quran mentioned. You can see when we start the dawrah, told us to memorize those verses of the Quran. So the mother gets 1/6. The dot, why is he getting 1/6? Because there's an inheriting descendant, either male or female. If it's available, mother will get 1/6. The daughter is getting 1/2 because she's alone. So because and Allah said, "Wa in kanat wahidatan fala an-nisfu," she will get half. So we have half here. So what is our LCM of 2 and 6? We have 6. So that will be our aslul mas'ala. So 1/6 times 6, we have 1. 1/2 times 6, we have 3. So 1 plus 3, we have 4. So 4 minus 6, we have 2 here. Do we get now? So that is for the paternal uncle. So the mother will get 1/6 of the share, the daughter will get 3/6 of the share, while the uncle will get 2/6 of the share. So that is what we are um, taking for today, inshallah. So the hadith again is one of the key hadiths that we a key also for Islamic inheritance. It goes again, Al-Hikul Fara'idu bi ahliha, Famobakia, Fawal Awla Rajulin Zakarin. Give the fractional shares to those who worth it, and to those who are entitled to it. Anything that remains goes to the nearest male. Jazakumullah khairan. May Allah accept it from us as an act of ibadah. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
ولكم نصف ما ترك أزواجكم إن لم يكن لهن ولد، فإن كان لهن ولد فلكم الربع مما تركن من بعد وصية يوصين بها أو دين، ولهن الربع مما تركتم إن لم يكن لكم ولد، فإن كان لكم ولد فلهن الثمن مما تركتم من بعد وصية توصون بها أو دين، وإن كان رجل يورث كلالة أو امرأة وله أخ أو أخت فلكل واحد منهما السدس، فإن كانوا أكثر من ذلك فهم شركاء في الثلث من بعد وصية يوصى بها أو دين غير مضار، وصية من الله، والله عليم حليم.